So I was doing some thinking.
Are you transitioning?
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay.
I like it.
Childhood chores. What were you expected to do, and at what age did different chores start?
Did you do a lot of choring in the Crow household?
Listen, I'm embarrassed to say
Me too.
I was an only child.
Oh.
And so I'm not embarrassed about that, but I'm embarrassed to say that I really didn't have to do a ton of chores.
Oh, you and Big Fella are in the same boat.
I helped take care of the horses when we had them.
Not bury him very
Not
well.
Sonny.
No. Well, he was old. Geriatric.
Our Sonny was a girl. Good to see a difference there.
He was
Yeah.
84 in horse years.
He was old. 15 years old.
Which is
And-
in real years.
Yeah. It helped with that. My dad wouldn't let me mow. Didn't trust me.
Really?
Yeah. Even though we worked at a golf course together when I was in high school.
Which course?
Donald Ross.
Oh.
I caddied at the Pete Dye for several years and then
Do you like it?
moved down to maintenance.
Do you-
Maintenance was way better than caddying.
Do you not have any material from being a caddy? I don't want to give away the show, but surely there's got to be some.
I'm working on
nuggets there.
there's
Okay.
some notes about it.
Okay.
It was honestly just a lot of bad experiences.
I could. Yeah, I
Were you a
could.
bad caddy?
No, I think I was a fine caddy. I think it just was like,
You get the wrong group, that could be a miserable
Yeah.
4 to 6 hours.
yeah.
There's no doubt. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
like-
a bunch of pricks.
Like one time on the first hole, a guy asked, which way is this putt break? And I told him exactly what it would do, and he said, "That's wrong. It goes the opposite way." And I was like, "Oh well, it doesn't. It goes that way."
Definitely not doing what you said.
Yeah. And his buddies were like, dude, just listen to him, and he didn't, and the putt went the way I said it would, and then he was mad at me the rest of the round, didn't tip me, and so it's just, I had a lot of experiences
What
like
a
that.
prick.
No, so these.
Yeah.
Oh.
You golf now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing in the Scramble Friday.
Really?
Yeah, Indiana Baseball Hall of Fame Scramble.
Oh, that's a long day.
That's a real
Over there at
Six-
Sultan's.
Yeah, 6 people in a group.
Who's in your squad?
It's a bunch of Howard guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, father-in-law, brother-in-law.
Okay.
in-law,
Yeah, so you're in there with the Hall of Famer.
Bunch of in-laws.
in-laws.
Yeah, that's a long.
Are you any good?
long round?
Decent. I played in high school, so I still got, a little bit of that. So definitely decent in a scramble.
Well, shit, fire, boys. Looks like if Teddy Hoops is busy, we might have found our fourth.
Are you a +1 handicap?
I don't know anything about my hand.
See, there you go.
What's that mean?
We ain't getting rid of Teddy Hoops.
No, I said if Teddy Hoops is busy.
We'll get rid of one of your two asses before we get rid of Teddy Hoops.
Oh, boy. Well,
Teddy Hoops sounds like a baller.
You
He is.
try.
yeah, I don't know if you've seen like all 65 of them $100 bills floating around earlier, but yeah, that was because we won.
I carried my weight that day, too.
You did. You played very well.
Dave hit a big putt.
Unbelievably, but you played well.
You drank great.
I did. I drank
You drank a
lot.
great job.
Yeah.
You did a great job
Entertainment,
drinking.
is that your job on Scramble?
Yeah.
Well, we got there 2 hours early, Curtis. We legitimately tailgated in a parking lot at Price
Were you
Creek
guys
Golf Course.
the only
7
ones
a.m.
Yes.
tailgating?
The lady that opened the clubhouse and us were the first two on property. Yeah.
And we beat her there.
Amazing.
Like, we almost fired up the griddle for her to get started. Help her out. Make her day better. We had a hell of a time. So, choring, I can remember as a young lad, God rest her soul, Mother Mary would come in, crack of dawn, probably like 9 a.m. on a Saturday, and we would just start cleaning the house top to bottom like the Pope was coming over for supper. And I was not a big fan of dusting, still not a big fan of dusting. I hate dusting. We used to do it back in the day where you'd spray the pledge and then you'd have to wipe it down with a rag. Even with the Swiffer dusters now, I freaking hate it. I think Janelle dust. If not, the kids maybe do it. If not, maybe the dogs roll around enough to where they collect dust and then we just vacuum up their fur. But I hate dusting. Hate it. Always have. Always will. I would rather scrub a friggin' toilet than I would dust the house.
We had to do the dusting. There's like his table had just a shit ton of pictures on it, just frames on the whole thing.
Oh, it's
It was
unreal.
awful. Dog, again, we always had 2 or 3 or 4 dogs. So a lot of pooper scooping. and then just your typical trash and dishes
Yeah.
on top of keep your room clean.
Now, as a child, we had to do the dishes every night. Like we did. Like I can't wait to the point to where I turn it over to our kids. They're just not
My
quite.
kids still aren't doing it. I got a bunch of freeloaders.
David Allen Smoker.
Like they'll unload the dishwasher and maybe load it, but like I don't know if any of them's ever actually like.
We were clearing the table. We were doing dishes. We were loading the dishwasher. We were cleaning up the water mess from doing the dishes. And then you were sweeping the floor, taking out the recycling, taking out the garbage pail if it needed to be.
Freeloaders in there. It's my fault.
Hey, Papa Frank, Mama Mary, they ran a tight ship, and they had to, because if not, 3 boys would have freaking tore the drywall off the walls.
I do have some drywall missing.
Is that because
What about
of
you?
you?
What'd you have to do?
Not a lot. Like I said, I was doing helping with the horses when we had them. It was, I said, Dad wouldn't let me mow.
Yeah.
That's how we got on the golf.
Yeah, we got off to the tangent there. Sorry.
But I'd help with the dishes occasionally. But again, only child. I just was like, I don't know. I wasn't asked to do a lot.
I didn't do shit as a child.
And he still doesn't as an adult.
I
Just
know.
ask his wife.
And it is absolutely cursed me as an adult. Because my wife
90% of your problems are from that.
Yeah, my wife is a saint. She does majority of everything. I cook, and I might do the dishes, and I do the laundry every now and then, but like mopping, sweeping, dusting, toilet cleaning, I'm out. Like I don't do very good at it, and it does get me in a lot of trouble. Yeah,
You know, Curtis,
quite a bit.
as I've learned and spent time with my compadres over there, I have really learned like their negative things, like their negative characteristics and traits, i.e. not helping around and clean the house. Like when they're complaining about their wardens, I've come to realize that it's all almost self-inflicted. Like it is all almost self-inflicted.
All self-inflicted.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Like there's never once where it's not something about something else.
Okay, fast forwarding on to the childhood part of this. At what age were you expected to do what, and what different jobs did you do? So we said dishes, dusting, cleaning. Now let's go into the more important things like mowing the yard. Curtis, you were not allowed to mow.
Yeah.
Joe said no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Now,
said
is he
no.
like the type A personality of I don't want crooked lines out in the house, or
No.
he just thought you're going to roll the tractor
I
over
don't
and
want
be-
you to
He
tear
just-
up my lawnmower.
No, it's just I don't know what it is because he waits until he has to brush hog it, quite literally.
Oh boy.
And
Guilty as charged.
yeah, and like he now just has a tractor. He just brush hogs the yard. Like it doesn't matter because they live out there and nobody's looking at their yard. And there's no.
So that's really
ordinance
the
or
only
anything.
critic that I have is that CSer sitting right there, and then maybe 5 other people down our road. But I mean, for the front, I usually keep my front mowed pretty well.
Yeah.
But it's the back that sometimes can get out of hand.
I don't know
Is
why.
this one of
I've-
those Manscaped
You don't just mow it. You don't just. I keep the front pretty lined up. but-
It's the back that we got to worry.
Do you not just mow it all at once?
Yeah,
He
I
runs
could.
out of battery.
Well, no, I runs out of I runs out of diesel fuel or time that is allotted by my ward.
How much you have to
Well,
mow?
I don't know. It's tough.
You mow 4.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean that takes some time.
My allergies get to me, so I mow the front and the back separate.
Oh, is it your allergies or is it the 35 beers?
I don't know if you remember that episode or not, but Dave is a 4 beer per acre type guy.
Yeah, that's where the whole mow responsibly thing came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's amazing to me because Papa Frank be like, Dave really drink that much mow grass? I'm like, yeah, he does. He does.
Lines look pretty sharp.
They look pretty sharp.
I love mowing now though.
Oh yeah. If you would see that guy mow in the middle of the night,
Okay.
It would.
I'm going to be unfairly criticized
You
here.
would literally.
Actually, I saw you had a light knocked off of that thing.
Well, we got a
You're
little
mowing
close.
it. You're mowing at night.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 or 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
No, you're full of shit.
No, it's probably 10,
Not past midnight.
11 o'clock.
Don't mow past midnight.
It looks like a spaceship
Yeah.
coming through there. Like he has got the most brightest Amazon light bars you've ever seen in your life. I mean,
This is
there's
true.
10 or 15 of them sumbitches all over that
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it looks like some sort of high
Like a
efficiency
Jeep coming down
or
there.
no, like a naval spotter sniper plane going down through there. It was crazy.
That was my favorite thing working at the golf course was mowing before the sun came up, mowing the greens. I loved it. You
Yeah.
have the headlights on the little mower. You're pushing that thing along. It's peaceful.
So here's
peaceful?
Very peaceful.
Yeah.
Here's the criticizing I'm getting is because I travel for work about I'll just say roughly an hour every day, and have to work till 5 o'clock or so.
Commute.
Commute.
I say travel's a stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
commute.
anyways, so by the time you get out of there, 5:15,
That is a lot.
5:30,
It's 2 extra hours a day.
6:30, and then you get home, you got to help, cook, clean, take care of the kids.
No boy.
I used to find myself where it was getting dark and I wasn't able to mow grass. And then the grass would get out of hand, and then, the HOA fines and fees would come into place, and the gated community on 1025 would shun me. So I talked to
You got an HOA?
No.
No.
We live.
There's no horses on ass out there.
Okay. Well, I was just checking because those are the worst HOAs.
No, we don't.
They
have
sound
those.
horrible.
Yeah. So we
don't have
So I
anything
talked
like
to Papa Frank, and I bought some lights and some other gear to put up there, and we might mow at about 15,000 lumen.
You ever seen that show called Encounters on Facebook or on
Yeah. Yeah.
about that gimbal phenomena? It may have been Casey on his lawnmower.
But I tell you what, I can see clear as day. And I'll say this.
David was on a guy's trip down at the river with a bunch of his buddies. Me and my wife and David's wife were sitting underneath my carport looking straight south one evening, having a couple cocktails, and all of a sudden, like I thought we were under attack. Like I thought we were under attack. And they're like, what in the hell is coming down the lane up there? And I'm like, oh, that's just must
Do
be
your neighbors get mad or are they not close enough to care?
Oh, the only neighbor he's got's me, bud.
Yeah.
And it's like, what in the hell is he doing? I was like, oh, he's mowing.
And it's perfect. I
That's
love
just his
it.
lawnmower.
I love it.
I mean,
love
that
it.
does sound peaceful.
It is.
Oh, dude.
So
1025
Not for the
land.
neighbor.
Yeah, 1025 land.
So when my mom passed 4 years ago, I had bought. I don't know why I did this. I had an old BX 2200. Shout out to our friends at Hof Outdoor Power. That's also where I bought my zero turn from. Thanks to the guys there at the showroom. Really appreciate it. Hof Outdoor Power for all your mowing needs. But I bought a 4-foot brush hog for this little BX 2200, and I was gonna mow with it. Like that was my whole thing. Like I was gonna cut this field that I've got, and this little tractor was gonna pull this solid. I could have gotten more for scrap than what I resold it for. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. Headed over to
I think it was
Crawford
built in
County.
war-torn Poland. Is where it was built.
Headed over to Crawford County to buy it, and the guy loaded it up, and he couldn't wait to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so I mowed with it a few times, but probably one of the biggest things that helped was just mowing. Like Moon would be out,
Oh,
just
it's awesome.
mowing, and Raider football was going on, so I was listening to our buddy Curdy G, and just brush hogging in the dark. My dad's like, "What in the hell are you doing?" It's like, "Well, I got to do it sometime." He goes, "Not at night." So, but we mowed early on. We had an old snapper.
Oh,
We had
the
an old red
Comet?
snapper.
The old snapper comet.
Really popping some bitches.
And
I
we,
Like the
guarantee you
Forrest
that.
Gump snapper?
Yeah, hell
those are
yes.
I almost bought,
understand.
when we bought our house, I almost got one of those. My wife was like, you will not get a Forrest Gump.
could you
lawnmower."
imagine the content you could get out
Oh
of that?
my god.
Everything's about content now. Does your wife not know this?
She's starting to understand it.
Okay.
So I had to settle. But I didn't get my Forrest Gump snapper.
What you mow with now?
It's just a little small zero turn. You've seen me. I've really.
Oh,
I've,
that's right.
I've screwed up my lines before because you go by and I'd wave and then I'd I turn.
You're doing. You just spin it in a circle.
Yeah.
No, that was what I was wondering because my kids bitch and moan every time I ask them to do anything when it comes to like dishes or sweep or put their laundry away, and I just wonder are they too young or
No, your kid should be you. I'm not going to do it.
I know
I'm not going to do
No,
it.
you're right because my wife.
You need to send your wife away for about 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and then
Just watch everything go to shambles.
No, hold on,
No,
Curtis.
for
I got
sure.
a plan for this. I'll come down with a little Fox 40 whistle and some aviators, and kind of maybe some of them old school like gym shorts.
Yeah.
Hike them up
Tuck
where
your T-shirt in.
yeah.
Call
tuck-
Kenny Peacock. He's probably got a couple pairs you could borrow.
Shots fired.
T-shirt tucked in.
Yeah, but I could get that house. I could get that house running right. Probably you two, and it would all work out.
Come on down.
It would all work out.
That's all I got.